So it's come to my attention that I have not made a brownie video yet. Going to have to fix that. The first thing I'm going to do is melt some unsalted butter over medium heat, and I know I've shown you how to melt butter a million times on here, but don't worry, today we're doing something a little different. Once the butter is completely melted, you're going to want to turn off the heat, and then we're going to add some cocoa powder to this. And the reason why I'm adding cocoa powder at this stage is because I'm actually blooming the chocolate, and if you don't remember from my chocolate cake video, blooming the chocolate is when you add cocoa powder to a hot liquid, and it releases flavor particles that really brings out the taste in the chocolate. And once that's done, I'm going to put it to the side and get started on the rest of my ingredients. In a medium bowl, I've got half white sugar, half light brown sugar. I'm adding some salt and pouring on my chocolate syrup. And if it's still warm when you use it, that is perfectly fine. This is brownies, not cookies, so you don't have to worry about them coming out greasy. And I'm just going to whisk this up until it's nice and smooth. Crack in 1 egg, and continuing to whisk it up. At this point, you want your batter to have the consistency of a chocolate ganache. Nice and smooth and not too runny. Now I'm going to add my all-purpose flour to thicken the batter a little bit more. And once that's all in there, I'm just going to fold it up with my trusty rubber spatula. And once that's all done, you want to make sure that the batter has no lumps of flour or cocoa powder at all whatsoever. This next part is completely optional. I actually had some chocolate chips in my cupboard, and I figured I'd chop them up and put them in my batter. This will make the brownies even fudgier and even more chocolatey, which is exactly what I want. I used about 3 ounces of chocolate altogether. I put half of the chocolate chips into the batter, and I'm going to keep the other half for the top. And once that's all folded in, I'm going to put this in an 8x8 inch pan that's been greased and lined with parchment. I'm going to smooth out the top with my rubber spatula. You could use a spoon if you'd like to. Just make sure it's nice and flat on top. I'm going to add the rest of my chocolate chips along with my crumbs. As you can see, I didn't really chop them all the way, but that's fine. Some are going to be chunky, and then the smaller crumbs are going to melt into the batter. This is going to bake at 350 for 20 to 25 minutes, and these look great. And I'm just going to put them on a rack here to cool, but right before they start cooling, go ahead and top this with some sea salt. Obviously, this is optional, but I think this takes it to another level. It gives that nice, sweet, salty taste to the brownie that's just out of this world. And once they're completely cooled, I'm just going to take them out of the pan and put them on a cutting board. And now it's time to start slicing. And obviously you can make these slices as big or as small as you want. I like to cut them up into about 16 slices. This gives me more control on the amount of brownies I eat. Yeah, just kidding. Warning though, these are very addicting. If you love dense, fudgy, chocolatey brownies, this is the recipe for you. I'm not joking. This is fantastic. You will love these. Make them for your kids, for your family, for your friends, or for yourself. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.